The real Buddy Holly story. This is Sonny Curtis from the Crickets, which was Buddy Holly's band. This is a CVT lesson for one of my students. Standard tuning. A few things I want to point out before we zoom this down. Actually, I can kind of explain it as we go through it. But 90% of the song is going to be this. I'm talking as far as the strum goes. There's going to be some little variations. I don't want you to, I'm trying to think of the best way to explain this. Don't want you to overanalyze it. Try to cop the feel of it. Okay, it's tabbed out, it's 6 pages. But I'll explain as I'm hitting these parts. It starts with some scale notes, oops, which is open, 2, 5 on the A string. I'd use index and pinky, and then an open D. So he's doing a D here, and then a D on the open 4th string. Make sure you lift as you go, don't go. Keep it all separate. Then, go into D major. I know you know D major. 2, 3, 2, and then with the thumb, muting up top here. The concept of this strum. Got a short rest, but we have, it'll be up, and then take your pinky, go to 4G, keep everything else down, go down, lift your pinky off, up, down, bring your pinky back down, up, and then fret hand mute. I'm just hitting the last 3 strings. That stuff I don't want you to trip up on too much. Okay, you can also grab a few opens. All guitar players, particularly acoustic, when you're doing strumming stuff like this, actually even on distorted stuff, I mean, unless it's a precise, like, exacting thing, it's part of the feel to grab some opens in string transitioning. So I gave you a few of the different options in here. I don't want you to get hung up on that though, okay? If it's not seeming right, work with it for a while and then see what happens. You could also, like I said, mutes or opens. So we have, hold on here, let's get this a little higher. Oops. And then you're going to go open A, 2D, 2G. Just bar that. And you go. Oops. Up, down. Then go to 4D. Keep everything else there. Back to the 2nd fret. Down, up. Bring this back to 4D. So it's the blues progression that everyone's done. And it just works, man. It's catchy. It's great. It's great. So we have. There's some opens. Don't go and hit them. They're not the highlight. So it's part of this. Once again, we strip back what's going on, and with the strum, you got this. Down, up, 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 down, up. Of course, there's going to be some variations. I mean, later on, some, little things like that. But this, and sometimes will be accented a little harder. Those are just characteristic things that guitar players usually spur of the moment will put into the song. So those opens, like I said, don't beat yourself up. I put 4 opens. If you only do 3, it's fine. It's not a big deal. It's to transition to get to the next chord, which is the D again. We're going to go, let me see, it'll be up, down, up, go to the 4G, lift it off, up, down, right back to 4G, and then down on the opens. So, or, let's see, up, down, up, so. There it is. So get used to this melody. Alright. right? Oops. And I'm even hitting those opens harder than I should. And it could be a mute though. Okay, that's fine as well. This part is cool. He goes, and that's 3E, 5B, 5G, and open D. Go up, down, up. Utilize that thumb, you know, for that low E. We definitely don't want that low E in there. If you get the A, no biggie, but you know, we're basically playing strings 1 through 4 there. And all we're doing is removing 3rd and 4th finger, going middle finger 4G, keeping everything the same way. So, and that's going to wind up being a down strum. So up, down, up, change. That's a great subgroup. And then that's going to lead you right back to the D, going up, down, up, landing the 4G. So we have da 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 da. Oops, lost it. Okay, so the next part. By the way, this is 33 seconds to 42 seconds. And now that is also section 1. We're moving into section 2. You'll see double dots. You know what that means. Go back and repeat everything in between that, which also happens in section 1. Alright, so section 2 comes in and we're on the D major here. But now this is the verse breakdown. Go to the D and go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Double dots, so it's 16 times. So here's what it sounds like in rhythm. Alright, so we have, you don't have to strum real hard. Actually, the way Sonny's doing it, he's strumming a little softer there. It's the verse, it's where they tell the story, and that's a common attribute to a verse, is not hitting the chords as hard, not strumming as hard. From there, we move into, wait, let me check something, yeah. And then we continue on with it. But we're going to be bringing in the pinky, which would be up, down, up, pinky, up, down, up. So up, down, pinky. We did that earlier, actually. Opens or mutes in between, or you can put a rest there as well off the last chord. If those opens, I'm feeling those opens, you're going to be like, whoa! So you can just let the prior chord ring through that as well. Oh, and then the next part is something that we just did a second ago. You're going to find that kind of a recurring thing going on in here with some of these melody lines. It's actually a lot. Tons of key changes, man. This is killer. That's what I was going to say in the beginning. He starts in D major, goes through all these different keys, and ends in D major. I thought, brilliant, man. Good job, Sonny. So, anyways, we're going to the next part here, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th line down. This part again. And you'll see a fret hand mute there, where last time I believe it was opens. So, da 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 da, the passing tone in there. Right? It may take some practice to get used to those chord transitions and landing them. Okay, after that, I wasn't going to show this because it is a repeating part, but I know how you are, man. You're going to want it. So, it's a D major. It's actually a D flat major. 1, 2, 1 on the last 3. Do a half step slide up to the D major. So, once you're there, go up, down with the pinky and strum. Lift it off, up, down, up, pinky down, and lift it, and do that. The down up part 4 times, which would be right. Then open A, 2D, 2G. We got, and partway through on the tabs, I eliminated the strum. I want you to not have to look at it, but you can refer back to it. It's just they're alternate. If you're doing a down, the next one's an up. All right, so we have so here's how I would strum it. It's open A, 2D, 2G. Take that thumb and try to mute the low E here. Up, down, up. Go to the 4D, down, lift it off, up, down, bring it back down to 4D, open A, D, and G. And like I said, if it's only 2 strings, or if it winds up being G, D, G, and B, or A, D, and G, that stuff doesn't matter. It's the feel. You don't want to lose the... I mean, that's the glue that's holding this song together. After that, he actually transitions up to the 5th fret on the D string. The open A is consistent through all this, and you'll go. So your melody is with the open A with it. And then grab some opens in transition, or a rest, or a mute. And then that's it for that page. Okay, that's section 2. We're still in it. Started at 43 seconds. F sharp minor, 2nd position, 6th string. Bar everything, fret 2. Go 4A and 4D, 3rd and 4th finger. Just strum all 6. Oh no, this is strumming still. I'm thinking of another part. Yeah, this is cool. So you'll just go 1 E and a 2 E and a, so down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then 3 E, muted A, open D, G, and B, and 2nd fret high E. You're naturally going to mute that A. I don't think you're going to have any issue. So we have, right? Then we go 1st finger 2A, middle 2G, and then to play a D major chord underneath that with these fingers. It's called a D/B. It's a D chord with the B on the bass end. It's a cool chord, but if you're not used to it, you know, you're used to your D with this fingers, it's a different ball game. Okay, so 2, 2, 3, 2. We'll go down, up on the A string here, then strum strings 5 through 1. Relieve the pressure. Put a little tilt to the fingers if you need to, and go up, down, up on the chord, down, mute, up on the chord. So that sounds like this. There you go. After that, open E. So E minor 7, go 2A and 3B. And so we're going to hit the open E, short rest, and then go up, down, up, down, up. So but man, I mean, if you hit 2 strings, don't overanalyze it. Feel, feel, feel. Right? You see what I mean? Anyways, after that, we got repeat section 1 and section 2, section 1, no star. In place of that, or where that star is, we'll add the D major, going down, up, down, up, down, up, which will go. That's the rhythm, that's the beat. Over the D major chord. That's going to transition you directly into E major, open E, 2, 2, 1, and then open B and E. So you'd end up doing this. And he just taps with the fingers on the body to keep the tempo going, okay? That follows the E. 1, 2, 3, 4. Key change time, section 3A at 1:31 is open A, 2nd fret D, and you know this rhythm. Actually, I'm strumming it too hard too. So 2, 2, 4, 2. That's all D string moving. Do that 5 times. Then go 2, 4, 2, 5, rest. So then go 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, 2, 2. Once again, unless there's a rest, that's continuing on. Section 3B, it's the same thing. It's the same start as section 3A, but it's 4 times instead of 5 times. Every time this finger comes down, think of it as 1. Technically, you know, after you release it and strum, then you've completed 1. So 1 and 2, or 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. From there, we're going open E, 2nd fret A. I'll give you the fret changes because the open E stays through all of it, but this is another rhythm that we've already done. 2, 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 4, 2, 2. Let me do that again because it changes to page 3. 2, 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, 2, 2. Oops. I'm screwing it up. There it is. It's crazy. It's cool. Page 3, 144 in, we're back to the open A, 2nd fret D, going 4 times. 2, 2, 4, 2. Then open D, 2G, 3B. Use your 1st and 2nd finger. Try to mute up here on the low E and go down, up. Go to the 4G, strum the same ones. Lift it off. 2, 2, 4, 2. And then we have this. We did that earlier, remember? That's in there a bunch of times. And then back to the open A, 2D, 2, 2, 4, 2, twice. Or 2, yeah. Then go to open E, 2nd fret A, and go down, 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 up, down, mute. Here it is without me talking over it. Then we have repeats, section 3A, section 3B, no star. Section 3C at 213, 3, 4, 3, 5. Really cool chord here. 3D, 1st finger, 4G, 3rd finger, 3B, middle finger, 5 high E with the pinky. This is going to go down, rest, lift the pressure, mute, up with the chord, rest, and then up, down. So it's, I mean, that in itself could be a whole nother rhythm, you know. Then back to the open A 2D concept, 2, 2, 4, 2, twice. Then go to the open E 2nd fret A. You don't have to do any transitions, just go 8 times. Then go back down to open A 2D. And I wanted to give you a little bit of the accents that Sonny is throwing in on this. Usually teachers don't even bring that up, but I figured why not, man. I darkened in your tabs where where you would hit harder. So you would go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Sound like this. Right? You don't have to do that though, I mean, but I wanted to have that in there. Last part, let's finish page 3 on this video. F sharp minor again, we used it earlier. Down, up, down, up, up, down, up. Section 4 at 220, we're going to jump up. Now we have a key change again, 7E, 9A. You're going to transition from that. I think you've done this little Chuck Berry style thing. Down, up, transition to 11A. And then back to the 9. So just leave this 9th fret A down and do that 5 times. Okay, that's it for part 1.